What's up, y'all? How are you? I hope everybody you're well. I'm here. I'm surviving. But I had a brief word that just came on my spirit as I was watching television that I want to share with you all today. And that word is you can be right and you can be wrong. I think that so often we really struggle with nuance. And I will probably talk about the dynamic of having to view your life outside of the binary, which is one of the 10 tools of radical self-love. Tool number 6 is banish the binary. And the reason that the reason I talk about banishing the binary is because so often we think about our lives as either right or wrong, people are good or bad. This very either or dynamic. I'm just peeping my fly ass black girl giving you afro earrings. They're so cute. And that her afro is all brown because of my skin. That's hot. Anyway, that we are so often stuck in a binary set of thinking that doesn't allow us to pull ourselves or pull others or pull society into a more right direction. And so, anyway, I got this today. I was sitting here just now watching television, and I just saw a Chick-fil-A commercial. Chick-fil-A is, a company known for a multitude of things. If you are an evangelical Christian who likes chicken sandwiches, you probably like Chick-fil-A a lot. If you are a member of the LGBTQ community, you might like Chick-fil-A, but my hope is, but you also might know that they use a lot of their funds to support anti-LGBTQ political stances. They do a lot of lobbying and a lot of fundraising and a lot of fund direction towards, body terrorism towards the queer LGBTQIAA community. And I was just sitting here watching, and they just did this really beautiful commercial, all in sign language, about a deaf guy who went into a Chick-fil-A, and the guy behind the counter signed, and they became friends. And the whole commercial, it was beautiful to watch this silent commercial and look up and just be watching these two guys have this conversation. This black man and this white man have this conversation in sign language. And so, here's the thing. I, right here, am a stand for the way in which this commercial interrupts the sort of ableist presentation of hearing people as superior, and the primary way in which, of course, the entire world engages as if everyone is hearing, right? And we marginalize people who are hearing impaired. And I loved this moment where I was like, oh, this TV is quiet. What's going on? And it caused me to be like, oh, there isn't sound because that's not the only way that the world communicates. So there was a beautiful moment of disrupting ableism through, corporate media marketing, while at the same time being a bastion for anti-LGBT, communities. And this is one of the reasons why intersectionality is so important, is because guess what? There are deaf and hearing impaired LGBTQ people, right? And so right now, they're watching this commercial fighting themselves. Like, thank you for representation and for harming me at the same time. I say all of this to say that we have to begin to recognize that we, as humans, are corporate entities, particularly as wokeness is becoming more marketable. We'll begin to see more of this. People actually starting to do better in some areas while still continuing to completely not get it in other areas. This is why intersectionality is an important and necessary viewpoint, because it recognizes that all of these oppressions are intertwined. Because what they would know is that if you really were committed to disrupting ableism, then you would be committed to creating a world that didn't value any bodies differently, which would also require a world that unapologetically accepted the identities and realities and lived experiences of queer folks, and black folks, and fat folks, and aged folks, and youth, and right? And so we've got to, and the reason I'm talking about this on the corporate level, the structural organizational level, as well as talking about it because we are not different. I know people who are, we know, you know, trans exclusionary feminists, right? Like we know people who are like, I'm advocating for the rights of women, but not you ones. I mean, that's what white feminism was born in, right? So this is why intersectionality is necessary, because without it, we're going to continue to be straddling being, like getting there and then taking 10 steps back. So I'm tired of cha-cha sliding with oppression. I'm ready for us to live fully in it, and that's going to require intersectionality. So look for where you are not being intersectional in your analysis. Look for the places where you are operating in the binary, right? One, about judgment about those places, those either or places, but also so that you can illuminate the places where you still need to grow. Or peace.